what are the key sectors and market specific, because that's what people watching really want to know, that would be on your watch list very closely, Ravi, as we go into the Sunday budget session?
I think one thing that Neeraj allude to earlier, the best, I think we are moving from the energy transition 1.0, which was build out of the solar capacity, to now managing that. If you build too much of renewables, it leads to a lot of variability, and that leads to grid destabilization. So storage is the next logical step in that. Without storage, we cannot manage the variability of the solar power, and hence we will have to now build out this phase. And this is the next, I think, battery storage is at a stage where solar was probably 5-6 years back. So almost it is going to be almost double whatever the solar requirement is. In fact, every plant that is solar plus wind plus battery will require some overcapacity, because you have to build for the peak capacity, and that means it will actually lead to more solar build out than that is currently. It is a trigger for solar build out also to increase. Hydrogen will be the next step also over there. Hydrogen will also green hydrogen will need solar as a backbone. So there are a couple of things lined up in this energy transition 2.0, and I think budget should rightly focus on that. Outside of that also, I think regulation is evolving, where we will incentivize these companies to make money so that they can backward integrate and build the adjacencies around this.
Got it. Saurabh, final word, one thing that you would watch out for.
I think fiscal consolidation is inevitable. As Tamanna said earlier, this is a government which is fiscally conservative. They're going to stay the path on that. Bond yields have been hardening in the last several months. Hopefully on the back of the budget, the bond yields cool off. If bond yields cool off, the cost of money in the Bombay money market drops. I think lenders should benefit. So solid conservative budget should play into the hands of lenders. Leaving that aside, the EU-India FTA, I think a thawing of relationships between us and China, export-oriented companies who sell their stuff, who used to sell their stuff to America, will now redirect themselves towards Europe, to Europe and China, and therefore I've loaded up on several exporters, light industrial exporters, whose stock prices are down 20-25% because of President Trump. I'm hoping that on the back of EU-India FTA and thawing of relationships between India and China, our exporters find new markets to sell their produce in.
Ravi, question has come in for you on data centers. Would you like to answer it very quickly?
What exactly is the question?
The question is, would there be a focus on data centers in the budget? Even you can put on your if I were FM hat.
No, I think that's definitely the new area that is opening up. We haven't been part of the AI boom that is happening in the world. The first, for AI boom to India to become part of that story, first data center boom has to happen. I think we are at about 0.5 gigawatt. We are now having visibility of probably going between 10 and 15 gigawatt by the turn of this decade. And I think that will herald fantastic capex opportunities. Unfortunately, there are not too many plays in India because most of the chips and hardware all comes from outside India. So it will only be cooling solutions company or some power solutions company that will have some play in this kind of a theme. And but yes, if we want to become a major AI power in the world, data center is a must. And I think we saw Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw talk very articulately about what role India will play. So it might not be a huge capex, but we definitely need to incentivize data center into the country.
And that's exactly why Indians need to diversify. I think Ravi beautifully put it right. The chips that we use on our phones, on our laptops, we don't make them. The lithography on those, we don't make them. The data centers, we don't make them, right? So if you want to live in the modern world and you want to make money from equity markets, go global. The government has made it easy, low cost, tax efficient to go global. And those who are watching this, if you live in a high-tech world, there's very little of that in the Indian market. You need to invest in the markets of Europe, America, and East Asia to avail of that.
Oh, wow. So go global. While the country is trying to go local, every country is trying to go local. At least with your investments, you need to diversify and go global as well. Well, that's good a note as any to end on.